redox reactions, which is very important topic for NEET, JEE and CET examinations. Students, we will go in details for solving redox reactions which are present in acidic medium or in basic medium. So the numericals which are present on that point we are going to illustrate here, and in our today's lecture we are going to consider one of the problem which is very important for solving or to balance the given redox reactions which are provided from your textbook. And these are very important problems while solving the different redox reactions. You will get such a type of problems. And in this topic, we are going to learn how to balance the given redox reactions when it is in acidic or basic medium. So let us start with this equation. This is one of the type of redox reaction, and here from your textbook we have taken the problem 6.5 and how they have solved in your textbook, that we will illustrate here. Like that, there are number of numericals are present for your practice. You can just take different examples also. So we will solve this problem step by step. Students, first of all, in solution we have to take the ionic equation of the redox reaction as it is. Then we will find out their corresponding ionic states, or you can say the oxidation numbers of each element present in a species. So in the solution, first of all we will find out, first of all we will represent the given ionic equation as it is. So for that I will write all this equation as it is here in ionic form. Fe2 plus in aqueous medium, and here Mn2 plus in aqueous condition, again plus Fe3 plus in aqueous condition. So this is the skeletal form of ionic equation which is given or provided to you. So this is the step first of our solution. This one is the step first of your solution. And after that, in step 2, assign the oxidation number to each and every element which are present in the given equation. So in this step, we have already seen some problems which are based on to finding the oxidation number of the particular element from the molecule, that we already seen. So in the next step we are going to find out. In step 2 we will write the oxidation number of the given ionic equation. Now let us find out. If you look at here, manganese, for that we have to find out the oxidation number of it. So for that we will take MnO4 here on the rough edge. Also you can find out the oxidation number of Mn. I have considered oxidation number of Mn as X plus 4 into oxidation number of oxygen, it will be always -2 is equal to -1. The net charge which is present on the molecule or the ion will be -1. So I have taken here -1. So what do you get here? X is equal to, here at the right hand side of the equation, -1, 4 into -2, it will become -8. When it goes to the right hand side of the equation, it will becomes +8. So -1 plus 8, you will get the answer +7. So X is nothing but what? You can say the oxidation number of the particular element, that is manganese, which is you have got, is nothing but the +7. So I will write +7 here. So like that, you have to find out the oxidation number of the molecules or the ions which are present in the given ionic equation. So this is the method that you have to keep in mind. So manganese has the oxidation number +7 here. At the same time, we already considered the oxidation number of oxygen, it will be -2. I have written here. So like that, we have to write the ionic states of each ion which are present in the given equation. Already Fe is in +2 oxidation state, so I will write oxidation state which is having on the ion, it will be +2. I will write as it is, and after that you have to go for the finding the oxidation number of the remaining ions, which are for the next ion we are going to take as a manganese. Oxidation number of manganese is +2. You already Mn is in ionic state, so I will write +2 as it is. Here also for ion I will write +3 as it is. So these are the oxidation states of the ions which are present in the given redox reaction. So this is our, what we can say, the second state. This one is the first state. In the ionic form we have written and we have finded the ionic oxidation number of each and every element from the given redox reaction. So after this we have to find out the increasing oxidation number and decreasing oxidation number. So for that we have to observe, or we have to look at both the same ions, that is Mn here and Mn here. We have to observe the given ionic equation in case of oxidation numbers. So look at, I will mark manganese like this, and the another ionic element, that is iron, which is present here. I will mark both these ions so as to compare where the increase in oxidation number and decrease in oxidation number is going to take place. So here, if you look at or observe to the manganese, oxidation number of manganese gets increased. The oxidation number of manganese differs here by +7 and here +. Means here oxidation number of Mn we have observed here decrease by +5. Look at here +7 and +2. So we can write here in short, decrease in oxidation number. Decrease in oxidation number by 5, or we can say +5. And if you look at iron, increase in oxidation state will take place here. So I can write here increase in oxidation number by +1. So this is the important thing that you have to keep in mind. This is a very important step. That is in second step, what we have to observe here, which element undergoes increase in oxidation state or decrease in oxidation state. So for that, for our better understanding, we will write here also increase per atom. Increase in oxidation number of Fe is nothing but by +1, and decrease in oxidation number of Mn, here we have observed is nothing but +5, so I will write +5. So this is a very important thing that we have to when we are going to write the decrease, we have to take the sign as a -5 instead of +5. So in decrease in oxidation number of Mn, we have written as a -5. So to balance the given redox reaction, we have to take one of the important region here is nothing but to balance the given reaction. What we have to do here? We have to think means you have to multiply to the Fe by 5 and we have to multiply the equation in the resultant equation by plus 1 to the Mn. Why this is important? Because to balance the given redox reaction we have to for the balancing we have to take this important step for the balancing given redox reaction. So in the next step we are going to do the same thing, that is when the equation is in ionic state, that is where Mn is present, to that ion will keep as it is, and here the Fe is present in ionic state. At that state you have to multiply that equation by 5 or that ion by 5 to balance the given redox reaction. So I have multiplied here by 5. It gives Mn, I will keep as it is in ionic state, Mn2 plus 5 Fe3 plus. So this is the resultant equation which we have got in the next step. Okay. So after that, in state 5, in state 3rd, this is the state 2 which is now we have completed here. This is the state 2. In the next step, that is state 3, what you have to do here? In the state 3, balance the oxygen atoms. In the next stage, what you have to do? You have to here balance O atoms from the given equation. So for that, what you have to do here, you have to count the oxygen atoms which are present at the left hand side and the right hand side. At the left hand side of the equation, the oxygen atoms are here 4 in number, but here there is no oxygen is present. So for that case, we have to take the help of water molecules for the balancing the given redox reaction, and to balance the oxygen atoms by adding 4H2 at the right hand side, we can balance the given equation. So let us we will make some modifications here. I will write the equation as it is, that is MnO4 minus plus 5 Fe2 plus, and here Mn2 plus 5 Fe3 plus 4H2. Why I have written here 4H2 at the right hand side? Because to balance the oxygen atoms. And after this, the oxygen atoms are now get balanced at the both the side of the equation. Look at this. Here you have got 4 oxygen atoms, and to balance the oxygen atoms, I have added this term, that is 4H2 at the right hand side of the equation. So oxygen atoms are now been balanced, but what about the hydrogen atoms? Hydrogen atoms are now present extra at the right hand side of the equation. 4 into 2, you have got here 8 H plus ions. So that 8 H plus ions are present at the extra at the right hand side of the equation. Now the next step, that is step number 4 of our this problem, is very important. As the medium is in acidic, to make the charges and the hydrogen atoms on the equal to on the both the sides, we have to add 8 H plus ions at the left hand side of the equation. So this is very important step number 4. In the next step, what we are going to do here is nothing but we have to add 8 H plus ions at the left hand side of the equation. then after we can say that the given redox reaction is now get balanced. So for that case, I will make some space here to write the step number 4. So what you have to do here, you have to move to the step 4. Step 4. What we did here in this step, we have added 8H plus ions at left hand side of the equation. Why this is we are adding? Because to balance the given redox reaction. So after this we are moving here, that is MnO4 minus plus 5 Fe2 plus. Here we have to keep one important point is nothing but to add 8H plus ions so as to get balance the given chemical redox equation. So this is a very important step that you have to keep in mind. And the remaining terms I will write as it is Mn2 plus 5 Fe3 plus 4H2. So students, this is the important step. And after this, if we observe this equation, you will get here oxygen atoms are also get balanced here in this equation that we already did in the step number 3. But here, if we observe here, the 4 means we have taken 4H2 at the right hand side of the equation. At the same time, for the balancing, we have added 8H plus ions at the left hand side of the equation also. So this is a very important step. This is what we are calling as a step number 4. Here in this step, we have balanced the H plus ions as the reaction is in acidic medium. In step number 5, what we have to do here is nothing but only you have to observe. In the step 5, only you have to observe whether the given the salt redox reaction is now get balanced or not. Only you have to check it. Check the two sides of the balance given equation in terms of charges also, and the net ion equation obtained which is now get balanced, that you have to observe and you have to rewrite here. So the given chemical balance equation is now get over here in case of charges, in case of oxygen atoms, in case of H plus ions also. So by making sure, only in the next step, that is step number 5, I will rewrite the above equation as it is after confirming whether the charges, oxygen atoms are as well as hydrogen atoms are now get balanced or not. So here all the terms are now get balanced. So I will write as it is. So this is the complete balance given redox reaction in terms of acidic medium. So this is all about today's lecture. For solving such a type of numericals, you have to take the help of this video, and after that you can also take number of numericals which are present from your notes as well as from your textbook, and different types of materials which you already have. So just go on solving such numericals in basic medium also. So this is one of the example which we have taken for your understanding. So this is all about today's lecture. Thank you very much.